What's up, good people? We are back at it again with another video. So today I wanted to talk about TacPack. If you're anything like me and you find yourself scrolling on YouTube, um, you probably have seen some sponsored videos in the 2A community where the content creator is advertising TacPack. And what TacPack is a subscription service where you basically pay a set fee and they ship you a box of goodies every month that is supposed to be valued higher than what your subscription cost is. So I wanted to see if the juice was worth the squeeze. It seemed like these guys were getting some pretty good drops. um, So I went ahead and went with the $150 purchase, which is the TacPack Plus subscription. So we'll go ahead and dive right into it. Instead of going through and individually opening the items and having a 45-minute video, I figured we would just go through the brochure that it came with. All right, so here is the brochure. As you can see, this is the TacPack Plus. So we'll start with items on the left. So it came with some hand warmers. Obviously, it's winter here in Michigan. We have very cold winters. I can say in my 40 plus years on this earth, I have never purchased hand warmers or foot warmers or anything of the sort. Even though I am an avid outdoorsman, this wasn't a necessity for me. So these will probably never get used. Then we have Walker sport glasses. I've been in manufacturing most of my professional career, and in that time, I have acquired dozens of glasses. So while I am appreciative of getting another set with interchangeable lenses, these will probably never get used. It also came with a T-Rex shirt. I do like graphic tees, but I'm not necessarily a fan of swag when it comes to Second Amendment. Same thing with this little tactical pizza sticker. Not my cup of tea. On the second page, we have Birchwood Casey brushes. Now, interestingly enough, it's pictured having 4 brushes, but there's only one package in the box. So I don't know if that's false advertisement or an error on the printer or the person who packed the box. But yeah, it only came with one. CMMG Zero Grip. Now, I do own a lot of CMMG parts and firearms. This will definitely get put to use. I love CMMG products. No, I am not sponsored by them. I just think they're very underrated firearms manufacturer that don't get the credit they deserve. In my opinion, their quality and reliability in their firearms is right up there with BCM, Geisley, and Daniel Defense. Don't sleep on CMMG. Then they have some Troy fixed sights. That is the plus item that's supposed to have the $130 value. I guess I could see that. I don't know much about Troy, but I do know about Daniel Defense fixed sights, Magpul fixed sights, and their flip up M-Bus Pros. So that value, I believe, is pretty accurate for an MSRP. And then on the back, they just have kind of a hint for the next TacPack Plus box that's going to be delivered. So do I think it was worth it? No, I don't. I don't, not at all. Now, what I will say is it did come with a freebie because I did use one of the promo codes by one of the content creators. So I did get a little free package. And in the package, kind of got like this little postcard. It's got some QR codes on it. Just more advertisement. I got another tactical sticker. This will probably find its way into the trash. Don't really have a use for a sticker. I do like this item. Little, kind of like a little EDC flashlight. I think it's what, 820 lumens? Yeah, 820 max lumens. That's a little EDC light. So we'll do a product review on this later. And last but not least, it came with a rat's tourniquet. Now, I'm not familiar with this company. I've used cat tourniquets and then the cheap Chinese knockoff of the cat tourniquets. You know, the ones that have the cheap windlass that breaks after like 5 revolutions. So I'll probably do a product review on that as well. Now, if I add in the freebie, I feel like it has that $150 value. You know, tourniquets, good tourniquets, are gonna run you about $40, $50. EDC flashlights, you know, those can potentially have like a $20 to $30 value. So yeah, I guess I could say I'm satisfied with my first box, but only because of the freebie. If I was rating this first delivery on just the raw items minus the couple of freebies, I would say absolutely not worth the value. So who is TacPack for? I think it's for people that have disposable income. I think it's for people that maybe have an excess of preps and, you know, maybe have more firearms than they, you know, have accessories for. I think it's for people that don't mind a random loot box, if you will, containing probably 50 to 60% filler. Only 2 to 3 of these things actually have any real value or practical use. That's just my opinion. Maybe some of you have use for a tactical sticker. Me, if it's not improving my survival or giving me some sort of a edge in the EDC world, doesn't really have very much value to me. So yeah, that's kind of it. I am excited about this. I am excited about the CMMG Zero to pistol grip. I'm gonna slap that on my M&P 15. Yeah, I'll probably do that first thing in the morning. Well, as always, stay safe, stay tactical, maybe stay away from TacPack. What I will do, so you don't have to, is I'm going to keep the subscription going for a few months, see if the gear gets any better or if it gets worse. See if there's maybe some redundancies where they send the same item repeatedly. And then I'll go and cancel the subscription. But yeah, it's just another reason why maybe don't always follow what the influencers are pushing, because right? They're paid to say that the products are great. You know, you buy $150 subscription thinking you're gonna get, you know, $300 worth of value. You're not. I'll post a follow-up video where I actually go on Google and I look up the actual MSRP of the product in here and compare it to what I paid for. If you listen very carefully, you can hear one of my American bullies snoring his butt off. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning here. Well, like I said before, stay safe, stay tactical. We'll see you back here for another episode of Full Metal J.